Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, November 30th. It is the last day of November. Can you believe that 2022 is almost over? Also, can you believe that it's 2022? Sorry. Sometimes it's just one of those things like, can you believe? All right. So, anyway, hello. Today we are here for our 3-card reading. Please remember the first card is, boy, I just tickled. I don't know. I'm like, maybe the first card's for me. Okay. The first card is for you. The second card is always for someone else. That someone else might be a stranger, a friend, or a loved one. The third card is something to remember or watch for. All right. So today you get one of your special add-on readings. So what we will do is I'll do the first 3 cards and then I'll throw something up and then we'll finish with the last 3 cards and then just, my regular general message. Okay, so I'm going to keep it all in one video this time since I'm going to edit it and make it fancy. Okay, so the first card today is spin. And I don't think we've had spin yet. I kind of did things a little different today. Usually I shuffle and then I just take and then I cut and then I take the top 3 cards. And today I was like, no, don't do that. You know, you don't like it. Why are you doing it that way? You don't like it when it goes 3 cards in a row because nothing is that linear. And so I shuffled and then I spread the cards out on my bed and then I picked 3 random cards. Okay. So I did it a little different and that's how I prefer to do it. Honestly. I have aversion to the 3 in a row. There's something about who says it's supposed to be 3 in a row. Anyway. So the first card, I think you're getting that in this card in spin. So spin is all about you're the Tasmanian devil right now. Stay focused. Wordy Wednesday. Okay, so you're spinning. The universe can't really help when you're spinning. Nobody can help you when you're spinning. So you need to sit down, take a couple deep breaths, try to focus, and then come back later. Okay, so that's what led me to, all right, this needed to be an extended card reading initially. And then once we keep going with the next 2 cards, you'll see, oh, okay, I get it. So this one, if you add a card, the card is going to tell you what you need the break from. Okay, so you need to give me a minute. But this is saying you need a break, you need to sit down, you need to take a breath. It's not really a break in terms of a vacation or even a nap. It's would you just sit down for a second and calm yourself? Stop being the Tasmanian devil. All right. The card for someone else. So for someone else is Fool. And Fool says you feel like an idiot, but you're not. You're not an idiot. You're just not experienced yet. You need to practice. Okay. So that's what someone else needs to hear from you is, dude, it's okay. You got this. It's all right. Just keep practicing. You're really making great progress. Be encouraging to them and help them see that they're not doing it wrong. They just need practice. Okay. When we do the extended, it will give us the first step to take in that practice to help you feel that person feel more experienced. All right. The last card is the remember or watch for. And we've had this one a couple times, I think twice, in the last few weeks, and it is road. So this is just that reminder that the beginning of a journey is coming, and it's time to start mapping out and planning out how you're going to do it. It's going to be December. It's the last day of November. December 1 is tomorrow. In 31 days, it's going to be 2023. Everybody's going to start all their lovely New Year's resolutions or, new year, new me, all their various things. Like I'm considering 365 days of play. We all have something that we're like planning. And because it's the end of the year and it's the holidays and there's lots going on, nobody wants to start it now. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't start planning for it now. I think that's where we often make the mistake. We wait until that day, and then that's like where we start planning. And then we're not successful because we're trying to start it while building the plane. And I don't know if you've ever been in situations where you have to build the plane while you're flying it, but those are not highly successful. I don't care what anybody says. They can spin it any way they want, but in the end, everyone is miserable. So it's a lot better to pause beforehand, take this month of December, watch for those opportunities to plan. In our extension, again, it's going to give you that kind of that first step or tool to use to help you plan. Okay. All right. So because I was really scattered and spinning in the beginning, let's go really quick back through before we do the and then move on to the extension. So the card for you was spin, and this just means you're all worked up. You got to sit down and you got to take a deep breath. Fool. Someone else needs to hear that it's okay. They just need practice. All right. They just need some more practice. And then last but not least, that remember, watch for, don't forget, a new journey is starting. Okay. And so it is time to start planning it out. If you have not started planning it, that's what the fall force that Terry and I were trying. It's what we were trying to ignite in you, is to get you to think about the things that you needed to change. And how you could get them going. I don't think we came all the way back around and tied it with a pretty bow and sealed it to help you understand how our 4 different messages came together. Maybe we did in the podcast. I don't often go back and rewatch what I did. Most practitioners like me don't. Okay, so that is your reading for today, friend. If you're going to stop now, please go out there on this Wordy Wednesday. It is Wordy Wednesday. My words for today are stay focused. I had a different shirt picked out. Like I was going to be so different and cuter in pink, in gray and pink instead of black and red. But then it got cold. And when I woke up this morning, I grabbed this sweatshirt to throw on to take John to work. And when I got back from taking John to work, I was like, you know what? I just want to wear this sweatshirt, and it has words on it, so I can. So anyway, so stay focused is the message for today. Goes really nicely with spin. Have a great day, friends. Go out there, do things with kindness. Love you. Okay, so if you're here for the extended reading. So if you remember, we started with spin. So your card was spin. And I didn't say this in the original reading, but spin is a toll road. Most of you should have figured that out. If you don't sit down and breathe right now, there's going to be a cost. All right. So don't get yourself all worked up. That's really what it's saying. So now, what is it that you need a break from? So when you pull another card, and it doesn't have to be a card from this deck, it could be a card from any deck. I'm using mine just because it keeps it simple. The card I pull to go with spin, the thing you need a break from, is park. Okay, so park, it says you are taking life too seriously. You need to play. You need to tap into your inner child and find the resilience that your inner child had. Because long before your trauma, there was this inner child who was strong. Now, that's what you need the break from, is being too serious. Okay? So go out there and do some play. I'm all for that. Yeah. I'm all about the play. All right. So for our friend who is feeling like they are not worthy, like they are not competent, like they're an idiot, a fool, who is really inexperienced. Okay. So what do they need? All right. All they need is just a little gust, a little wind, and they just need to change their thoughts for a second. So instead of saying, I'm not able, say, I just need practice. I'm going to practice more. That's all they need. They just need to change the wording of what's coming out of their mouth, right? Okay. Now, for our beautiful journey, you know me, find your road home. I'm all about roads. And the reason my name is that, by the way, is because I believe there are an infinite number of ways to get to whatever your proverbial home is. There's no one right or wrong way. That's why it's find your road, not my road. Find your road. Okay, so it's time to find your road. And how can we help you start that planning process? I love this one. Okay. So the first step to help you with that process and finding your road is Moon. We want you to look at your cycles that you have with other people. Look at your cycles that you have with other people. Are there things there that you need to change? And I'm not being like pointing at you. I'm being like just serious and honest. Like, I have spent a really rough 2022 taking in criticisms from people who normally I would be like, no, man, you're bunk. I would just like, you're crazy. Like, you got it out for me. Like, we just always fight, blah, blah, blah. Like, I would use some whatever excuse, whether it was work or my spouse or my kids, whatever it was. And it took to about February, maybe March. Maybe it was March. I don't know when it was, but an incident happened and someone acted so out of character that I was just like jaw on the floor. And when those instances happen, you have two choices. You have an infinite number of choices, really, but I can think of three choices. You can completely walk away from that person because they're a freaking lunatic and just be like, all right, I'm done. I've been telling you all this time I'm done, but I'm done. I'm really done. You can choose to stoop to their level and join them. And I might have done that just a smidge, but I didn't walk away. Or you can stop and you can listen. Because behind all of that ridiculousness that's going on, because yes, grown-ups can throw temper tantrums too. There's real feeling and emotion there. And it's their perspective. And it doesn't matter what you think and what you see and what is really going on. It's what they're perceiving. And sometimes you have to stop and realize those things. I learned that teaching, working in a school with students who there is a lot of trauma. You just learn those things. Sometimes you just got to stop and you got to listen because it ain't about you. It's about something completely else. Okay. And so I've been doing a lot of that this year. And that's what Moon is about. It isn't about how are you going to fix it for you. I mean, yeah, you're going to fix it for you, but you need to stop and think about how you are impacting other things. Like you are a cog, a gear, and there are a million other gears around you. How are you impacting all of those? For the positive and the negative. And how do they impact you? You might need to pick your gear up and move over to another section of gears. That's a weird analogy, but it's true. Okay. Anyway, I didn't mean to go that far in that one. All right. So that is the extended version, friends. So it was spin, and you need a break from taking things too seriously. It was, they're telling themselves they're foolish, but really they just need to practice. And so they just need to change how they state it. So instead of saying I'm not getting it, it's I just need more practice. I'm going to practice some more. I'm going to practice some more. Please remember, your brain actually does not comprehend negatives. You may not know that. Your brain actually does not comprehend negatives. So if you say, I'm not something, you're actually telling yourself you are. Okay, so you need to say, I am going to practice more. Okay, all right. And then your road to start, in order to start mapping out your journey that's coming, start looking at how your cycles are with other people. Whew. Boy, I'm wordy today. I must be spun. I need to make sure I watch how I react and respond to other people today. I sense that my vibration is kind of all over. All right. So I hope you all have a glorious, fabulous Wednesday. And let's talk about tomorrow. So today was Wordy Wednesday with Stay Focused. Tomorrow is Top It Off Thursday, where you wear some kind of something on your head that has to do with the holidays. It can be a headband, it could be a hat, it might be a ball cap that has some kind of like Christmassy, maybe you went to an event. Or I guess if it's Top It Off, anything on your head. So it could be earrings, hair ties, barrettes, something with your head. Okay. My intent is to wear all those ridiculous headbands I bought for work, for school, when I'm no longer at school. So that's my plan. I also have a great reindeer hat. So I'm planning on hats, but you can wear anything on your head that you desire. Okay. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.